Hey everyone, and welcome back to Farm Girl in Progress. I am Nadine, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a chicken waterer out of a trash can. So I have 32 chickens now, and my old watering system just isn't enough. I'm having to fill it every day, sometimes twice a day, depending on how hot it is. So I need to upgrade their watering system, and it's cheaper for me to make my own versus buy a pre-made one that often leaks or just doesn't work quite as well. So I'm going to show you guys how I am making a chicken waterer today out of a trash can. So you're going to need a trash can similar to this or bigger. I just went with a 32 gallon. And then you're going to need a drill, some drill bits, a measuring tape, marker, and I am using these horizontal watering nipples. You could also use watering cups. I've used those in the past, but I figured I would give these a try this time. So yeah, let's show you how to do this. So basically what you're going to be doing is drilling holes into the side of your trash can, probably every 2 inches. That is a little bit smaller than the thread of your nipple here, because when you screw the nipple in, you want that hole to be really tight and flush up against the end of the nipple here. That way you don't have any leaks. And then the way this works is the chicken will peck at this metal part in the middle here, and it opens a little gasket in the back, and it allows a little droplet of water to gather on this little ledge here, allowing them to get water without the water getting dirt in it, without algae growing in it. Since I'm using a black trash can, you want to use black, that way light can't get into it, so you don't have an algae problem. So now I'm just going to measure out where I want all of my holes to go, and then I'll select a drill bit that's a little bit smaller, like I said, than the thread of the nipples here. I got these off of Amazon, so I can leave a link in the description below for you guys for those. So let me show you what I'm doing over here. Alrighty, so I'm going to be measuring out the holes pretty close to the bottom. I'm just going to follow this seam here right above it. And the reason you want it down low is so you're getting as much water out of this trash can as possible. If you put it up higher, you're wasting all of the water down low. So if you put the holes or your nipples down lower, you're wasting less water in the bottom. So I'm going to be doing it. Let me see what the inside here looks like. So actually, I might even go lower and do them underneath this seam here. That way I'm wasting even less. So this is what it'll look like down low. And then obviously you don't want this sitting on the ground with your nipples that low. You're gonna wanna raise your trash can up off the ground. You can build it a stand out of wood and plywood. You can do cinder blocks, you can do bricks, you get creative. Whatever you need to do to lift this off the ground so it's more at head level for your chickens. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I think I have some cinder blocks laying around, so that's probably how I'm going to be lifting this off the ground. But for right now, let's just go ahead and measure this out and figure out where I want all of these holes to go. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 1 nipple on each of these skinny sides and 3 in between. It looks like that's what'll fit there nicely. And so this side will be without any. This side will be without any, and then each side will have 10 of these. We'll see how it goes. So this drill bit, this one is a 1/4 drill bit, and it's as big as the start of the thread of the nipple, but if you look, I don't know if you guys can tell, the base of it gets wider versus the top or the start of it. So I'm going with a drill bit that's about the same size as the start of it, and then it'll get tighter as I screw the nipple in. Okay, so the 1/4 inch was not quite big enough. We ended up going with a 5/16 size drill bit, and that was the perfect size. When you do the other side, you want to make sure that the nipples are hanging off the edge of your table or surface. That way you're not damaging them when you're doing the other side of your garbage can. And that's it, guys. She's all done. I think this is gonna work out really well. So when you're all done, you wanna make sure that you get any of the loose plastic bits out. So I'm just gonna dump it out and then we can test it. Let's take this over to the hose and fill it up a little bit and see how it does. Let's go set it up for the chickens. Okay, we got her all set up. We do have that one that's leaking, so I'm probably gonna have to get a replacement because it's the gasket on the back that's bad. So that one will need replaced, but for right now, it's okay. I'll replace it another day. And I just put it up on, we had this, I think it's a 2x6 box frame from some other project that we did. It was just left over and then a piece of plywood on top. So that lifted it up a little bit off the ground. I'll probably do something better later on. But again, for now, that'll do. So now we just got to bring the hose over and fill her up. Alrighty guys, so she's all filled up. We do have 2 leakers. There's one there and one over here that will need replaced, but overall they all look good to me.
Oh Mom, look! That one looks like it's also been leaking.
And it might be. So now we're just going to put the lid on. So debris stays out, so bugs stay out, and the water stays clean. And that's how you make a chicken waterer out of a trash can. It's super easy. It just takes a couple minutes out of your day, and then you'll have a larger watering system for your flock. It may take them a couple days to retrain to where their water is, so what I will probably do is remove their current waterer and put a couple droplets of water on all of the nipples so that they can see where it is. And I may even show a few of them where the water is, because once one of them knows, then they'll all eventually learn. And if they get thirsty enough, they'll learn a new way to get their water as well. Chickens are really smart, guys. Super smart. They will problem solve like nobody's business. So I'm not too worried about them relearning where their water source is, because they'll pick it up pretty quick. But this also gives us the opportunity to leave town for a couple of days and then have enough water and enough food for us to be able to leave without worrying about somebody having to come over and refill waterers and refill feeders and so on and so forth. So this saves me a little bit of time, it saves others a little bit of time, and it gives us a little bit of freedom as far as taking care of our animals go. This is their current watering system. It's just a 5-gallon bucket, and I drilled some 3-inch holes at the top of the bucket, and they just stick their heads in to get a drink. And it's worked pretty well. This actually works really well for a winter watering solution because it's easy to get the frozen water out and refill it without having to beat ice out of it. So this was a pretty good watering solution as well. So that wraps up this video on how to make a chicken water out of a trash can. If you guys have any questions about this process, leave them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. I will leave a link for those horizontal chicken nipple waterers in the description below for you guys. That way you can find them if you want to use them as well. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this works for my flock. Let me know if you guys try this method for your flock. I'd love to see how it's working out for you guys as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to grow where you're planted.